Hi there. Today I'm with Phil Wicks from Business Success Partners, and I've been working with Phil and his team for the last couple of months. The other day, Phil and I were out calling on his clients, and we got talking after the day had finished about a scenario in New Zealand that's quite interesting, and that is that 65% of businesses in New Zealand, these SME businesses, trade less than $1 million. And I just mentioned to Phil, these other businesses who are in the same industry that are bigger and they've got the growth, what do they do different to the other ones to achieve this growth? And Phil's answer was so brilliant. We actually, I thought we'd do an interview on it because it would help a lot of people. It certainly was helpful to me. So I hope you don't mind. Phil actually took notes on the day, so I'm going to put those up on the screen as we go. But welcome, Phil.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, great. So just to start off, what is the main difference between these businesses that are trading less than $1 million and the ones that are sort of up to the 10 million that we talked about?
Well, I guess there's a whole lot of reasons, but they could all be summarised, I think, in a way by basically saying that some businesses are very good strategically, and some businesses maybe aren't so good. And I think what happens is that a lot of businesses will start off with an idea of where they want to go and have a vision, and then they'll have a bit of a strategy on how to get there.
Right.
They get pretty busy. If they're successful, they do relatively well early on. And then I guess they get busy just doing the doing, and all those things which I sort of call the strategic elements of a business sort of go out the window a little bit.
Okay.
And so they just get busy doing the everyday things, they're doing the doing rather than thinking about how to grow. And so you'll get businesses that they might flatline growth and be that way for 10 years, 20 years.
Okay, yeah. Because I know on the day the customer that we saw was a new customer, and the first thing you started out with was developing a strategy or a long-term vision with them. And that's the one that you sort of mentioned was the most important. Why is that one so important?
Well, I think, it's a little bit like, going on a holiday, or you have a destination where you want to go to. You need to sort of know where you're going, don't you? So you need to have a little bit of a vision of where you want to go to, and it's the same with a business. You need to know basically what does the end result look like, or at least the end result 3 to 5 years time. And then if you sort of have that, if you can sort of get an idea around that, and you can sort of build everything else around it. And that also, in some cases, can apply, especially if you're a husband and wife, small business, to also your own personal vision. What do you want the business to achieve for yourself personally? Things like when you want to retire out of your business, if you want to step back from your business, if you want to have your business managed, these things can't happen by themselves. You need to initially have a vision and then have all the things in place to help you achieve that vision.
Okay, cool. So the next one that we talked about was sales and marketing. So can you just elaborate on that? Because that was clearly an important one.
Yes, it is. One of the the key operational elements of a business is making sure you have an effective sales and marketing strategy. In regards to sales, I think that basically means not just waiting for business to come to you, being able to actually hunt business. When times are good, for a lot of businesses, it just walks in the door. But if you're in a recession or something like that, you have to have the ability to actually go out and hunt business.
Cool.
I think that also applies if you want to grow your business too. If you want to grow your business, you need to add on sales to do that. Then you obviously have to have some sort of strategy around growth. In regards to marketing, marketing has changed a lot over the last sort of 20 years. For small businesses, the ability to brand is a lot easier through digital media, and that's something that's different. I think whether it's digital media or print media, the thing about marketing is doing it effectively. A lot of people don't necessarily invest in their marketing properly. They spend on marketing without actually knowing how it works, knowing the correct methods, knowing the correct channels to market through. So I think a lot of that's pretty important as well.
So the other one we talked about was systems and processes. So let's have a chat about that one. Why is that so important for growth in a business?
Well, I always think before you can grow a business, if you haven't got effective systems and processes in place, then you might grow turnover, but you're not necessarily going to grow profitability. Having things around your efficiencies in your business, having things around your people, systems around, measurement, systems around even things like meeting systems around your financials, measuring your KPIs. There's a whole host of things that you sort of need to be able to sort of regularly do and regularly look at effectively.
And is this something that when you are calling on your clients, is something that you do together with them?
Generally most businesses will have certain processes in place already. But there'll quite often be a few that are missing or they're just not done effectively. I guess a key example could be maybe businesses might have certain projects that they do, but do they have systems where they actually measure the profitability of those projects, as an example? And so things like that in the end are really important. And measurement in general is important no matter what you're doing, whether it's through systems and processes or whether it's even your marketing. Being able to measure all elements of performance in your business is really important.
Yeah, cool. And the next one, we spent a lot of time talking about leadership within the business, and that was interesting because I just had been down with Teresa and Rob that week before where we talked about succession planning. So I guess that one was tying in. But tell us about the leadership in the organisation, why you encourage that, and why you do a lot of work with your clients on that.
I think people in general are really important. I think a business needs to value its people. And if a business wants to grow, then it has to grow leadership. It has to be able to create people that can take responsibility and take pressure off the business owner. And the business owner has to be able to delegate. Of course, for that to happen, the business owner has to be willing to delegate, which isn't always easy in itself.
Yeah.
But one of the key things when I've looked at businesses that have, the difference between, and this is an example I can think of. I can remember a joiner saying to me he had $1 million business and his friend who started at the same time had a $30 million business. And he said, I think the only difference between the two of us is that he grew leadership in his business.
Incredible.
And I think it is very important. The other thing it does for business owners, it can two things. One is it can help create a better lifestyle if you have more people taking on responsibility. But at the end of the day, if you can have a business that's managed, it also creates a better or more attractive asset base for a potential buyer as well.
Yeah. So we talked about that with the succession planning, how important that was as well. So that's fascinating. So, and then the next one, which is the most obvious one, is that all these businesses had mentors. So can you sort of talk a bit more about, a mentor? I mean, you get called an advisor, you get called a consultant, you get called a mentor, you get called all sorts of things, Phil. Always nice.
Yeah.
But mentors are clearly, for these businesses that you're working with, they're very, very important. Why are they so important?
I think the ability for a business owner to have a fresh pair of eyes on their business or an outside pair of eyes can really make quite a significant difference in some of the decision making. I think one of the things that a business advisor is often adding is certain areas of expertise that the business owner might not have. So a business owner, let's say plumber, for example, starts off, he's a very, very good plumber. He has a couple of vans and a couple of guys. And then, a few years later, he's got 15 guys and a whole lot of other vans and not necessarily making any more money. But what a business advisor can do to a business like that is maybe offer expertise that the business owner wasn't originally trained on.
Yeah.
Things around leadership, things around finances, and those sort of things.
Okay.
So I think the synergy of a good mentor business owner relationship can be very, very powerful. It's not about the mentor. It's not about the advisor basically telling a business owner they should be doing this or they need to do that. It's about becoming an enabler and asking important questions. What do you think about this idea, or and discussing things and tossing things around. And I think that relationship is, if the synergy's right, it can be really, really powerful. I think also another aspect to that, or a good mentor will understand some of those more personal things that are happening with the business owners around pressures and stress and those sort of things. So it's a combination of a number of things that can make that relationship really worthwhile.
Oh, that's great. Well, the day I spent with you, I mean, your customers welcome you like you're part of the family. So for them, you are a critical part of the business. It was really great to see. So, hey, Phil, that's been really, really good. Those are really good 6 top tips there for business owners to have a think about anyway. So thank you so much for coming on today for Business Success Partners Live, and we're going to be doing these on a regular basis. So if you're watching this and you want to see more great information like this, stay tuned. There's going to be lots of more. Hey, thanks for coming in, Phil. Talk to you soon.
No problem. Okay, great. See you.
Bye.